Hey guys, welcome back to Four Low Society. Today we're going to cover what I carry in my recovery kit. Whether you're seasoned off-roader or you're brand new to it, this is the kind of stuff that you should take with you that could potentially save your rig or save you while you're out on the trails. Let's get started. So first things first that we'll cover is probably one of the most important things, and it's easily overlooked, and it's just a basic first aid kit. It's got all kinds of gauze, padding. You know, you get a cut, you're trying to do something, or you're trying to do recovery and a cable breaks or something happens and you end up with an injury. You want to be able to help yourself. Another thing that you should carry on top of this is Benadryl. So last year we were at Windrock, my wife something flew into the Jeep and my wife got stung in the cheek and her face started to swell up, and we were pretty well into the park. Luckily we didn't have any Benadryl. Luckily we found somebody that actually had some on them, and she turned out to be okay. We have no idea what stung her, and we didn't know if she was allergic to it or what, but luckily she wasn't and everything turned out okay. But from now on, Benadryl is something that we carry in our kit all the time. Okay, so now just to jump into it, I carry a Bosch tool bag. I mean, it's a pretty big bag. It carries everything that I need for recovery. I carry a Harbor Freight 300-piece tool set in the Jeep too. It's in a pretty big box and it's got just about everything that you need while you're out on a trail. But for now, we'll go over what we carry inside of this bag. So first thing that's inside of the bag is 20 feet of extra rope. This is actually a broken winch line, but it still works for what we need it for. If you're short on your winch or you just need a little bit of a tug, we'll hook this up. It has no problem, gets you out every time. See, next thing that we carry in the bag, and in the center console of the Jeep I have a wireless one, but in the bag we do carry the actual wired winch controller. I have the Bluetooth wireless one that sits in the glove box. I use that most of the time, but if we're going to be going into some nasty stuff and I don't want to try and mess with that, I'll just hook this up, throw it under the hood latch, wrap it around the mirror, and throw it in the window of the Jeep. That way it sits on the dash and I always have it handy. But you always want to make sure that you've got two lines. So I've got, or at least just the main, but I always make sure that I carry the Bluetooth one, and if that is to ever fail or the batteries die, I do have the main line here, or controller. Next thing that you're going to want to have, most of my recovery stuff is made by Rhino USA. It's a good company, it's quality stuff. I haven't had an issue with it. Other people have probably their own opinions because there's 100 different brands out there that make things. I have 2 soft shackles. If you don't know how a soft shackle works, you just loop it through right there and you're good to go. It's tight as can be, no problems out of it. Next, needle nose pliers. I have those in my tool set as well. WD-40. The duct tape is not in here. I carry duct tape. There are also no zip ties in here at the moment. So next, things that aren't in the bag because I took them out. If you have a winch, you should have a snatch block. This is a 15,000 pound Champion snatch block. You just slide it apart, put your winch cable in there, hook it back together, run your shackle through here, and hook it up to your tree saver or however you plan on using it. And to follow that, we have a tree saver. This is a brand new Rhino USA 8-foot 3-inch tree saver. If you're using your winch, don't wrap the winch around a tree. You could damage and hurt the tree, and we're not out here to tear up in the environment. We're out here to have fun and enjoy nature's beauty. Damaging trees with our winch line, this is cheap insurance that you're not going to tear something up. So another thing, on top of soft shackles, you will want at least one. I have 3, but you're going to want D-ring shackles. This one slides right into my hitch receiver. This is just my Belief Tractor Supply brand. but this slides right into my hitch receiver. Put your pin through it. Solid point is way better than the factory point. I would never hook anything up to the factory point on the Jeep. It is open loop and it just screams danger for me. And you want to be safe, you don't want to get hurt. We're out here to have fun. So you'll have this, put that in your hitch, hook your strap through it, ready to go. Now on the front of my Jeep, like I said, I have a lot of Rhino USA products. I have Rhino USA shackles. They're super nice. As you can tell, there's a lot of noise outside, but it got a little loud, so I closed the shop up, which made it darker. So our next thing that we have on the front of the Jeep are our Rhino USA shackles. They come with a cotter pin. They come with rubber bushings, so that way that they don't swing around and beat up the front of the Jeep and make a bunch of noise. They're just like your regular shackle, minus that piece for the cotter pin, which is super nice. Quiets it down, keeps it from swinging, and I've actually had them where they've been swinging on the Jeep, and we got to where we were going, and they were like 2 threads in, like real loose, about to come out. So we have these as well. And last, but certainly not least, we have our kinetic rope. Huge upgrade from a regular strap. I don't worry about this breaking. I know if I'm hooking this up, whatever I'm hooking it up to is 9 times out of 10 coming out. So this rope's break strength is 30,000 pounds. Its working limit is 10,000 pounds. It's 7/8 of an inch, and it's affordable, which is why I use Rhino USA products. As like I said, they are a quality product and at an affordable cost. I'm not spending $500 on a kinetic rope or $150 on a tree saver and things like of that nature. I mean, it's good quality stuff. You don't want to buy the cheap stuff because this is potentially what's getting you out of a bad situation. So with that being said, I wouldn't go with, you know, Amazon Basics or just a 2-inch toe strap, because that stuff is going to fail. You're going to be stranded and you're not going to have a good time. This stuff could potentially save your rig. You carrying a first aid kit could potentially save your life. It's one of the most important things that you need to think about before you go off-roading is, if I get stuck, if I get hurt, how am I going to get out? How am I going to get help? And with everything I showed you today, if you bring it with you and you don't need it, great. If you do bring it with you and you do need it, you're going to be happy that you have it. So this is everything that I roll with in my recovery kit. Drop a comment if I missed something that you carry in your own kit. Like and subscribe and stay locked in for more For Low Society content. Hopefully here soon we'll be hitting the trails, but I do know for sure that we're waiting on a couple more parts to show up, and we will start working on the JK. We'll get the lift, the tires, the trusses welded in, and it's going to be ready to rock. And hopefully we'll get out by the end of summer or beginning of fall, and we'll get some great trail videos for you. So with that being said, stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.